Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. Phoebe Asio received a state funeral because of the role she has played in the society. Now, I'm going to take you through some of the roles there, and also I'm going to take you through certain statements from the leaders who attended that event. But I want us to temporarily shift our focus to James Orengo.
HOMABAY, oye! HOMABAY, oye!
Orengo has dominated the social media, mainstream media, for the better part of at least 2 weeks after Kenyans started asking for his whereabouts. So this is how James Orengo was received.
Asante sana. HOMABAY orwako ajimi kabisa. Kora dhi mbele gi wach. Adhi mbele koso?
Now, going by the video there, you can see Orengo in tight security there, his bodyguards most likely. But one thing that you need to note is Orengo appears to be healthy. I mean, of course, based on how he's walking and how he's interacting with the people, he appears to mtu ambaye yuko physically okay. Of course, we don't know about the mental part, we don't know about the emotional part, we don't know about those other internal part, but physically, Orengo ni yuko vile huo yuko kama kawaida. But of course, there's still that story of poisoning, bado iko tu online, but hiyo ni kitu ambayo naona ikienda kipotea. But again, the story was brought about by Maverick Oko. But let's not focus about the poisoning part. Orengo is back, and that is a confirmation kwamba hamerudi. Remember, the details of his whereabouts have not been wholly disclosed. These details are still discreet, but the county government officials, topmost people, of course, know where Orengo could have gone to. What we know is that he could have traveled to US, according to the information that came, and for some medical treatment, but most details have not been revealed. Some of them are still concealed. Now, let's get back to Orengo and this event. But first and foremost, kindly let me encourage you to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. The county leadership of Siaya has been in turmoil for the past almost 2 weeks, ever since there was talk about Orengo disappearing. Now, but during this funeral session at for the former Karachuonyo Member of Parliament Phoebe Asio, he had to surface because, again, if you look at the whole event, it was a state funeral. That would mean many people joined that function. In fact, there was a moment where Raila Amolo Odinga arrived and everything appeared to have stopped. In fact, but the time he was arriving, you know, but one thing that I noticed with Raila Amolo Odinga, he made sure that RUTO alisimama kumwelcome. You know, it's not usual. You see the president naona kuja kwa mwisho na akija president alisimama, but in this kind of situation, president alisimama kumalika Raila Amolo Odinga. That was a very strong message being sent there. But let's focus on Phoebe Asio kidogo. We are told that Phoebe Asio now joins that distinguished list of people like Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, people like Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Professor Wangari Maathai, Michael Wamalwa, Lucy Kibaki, and world marathon record holder Kelvin Kiptum. Those are what that little story tells us, is that this is someone who has served in literally all levels, and she has really achieved a lot. And in fact, what the story tells us is someone who also did a lot of women empowerment. So she's someone who deserves the respect that has been accorded to her. Now, this is the person that Agri Orengo wasn't going to get buried na yeye hayuko ati yuko US. I think that explains why he hurriedly came back and to attend to this, to actually be part and parcel of this kind of event. Now, of course, you want to ask yourself whether it's true alikuwa mgonjwa ama hakuwa mgonjwa, because we expected maybe akuje kwa wheelchair au amebebwa kwa hali mahututi akuje na ambulance ama akuje kwa hali nyingine, unaona kwamba huyu ni mtu ambao kesho anaweza enda. But if you look at the way amefika pale, you would wonder whether actually he was really poisoned ama alikuwa ni stories za jaba tu.
And all cabinet secretaries who are here, including the prime cabinet secretary, to our leader Raila Amolo Odinga, to Minpin Nyawangaya, Gejotelo duto mochopo kae, atimo mosahenya na chopo ka weche mang'eny osewachi, to an bende an kodu e wechego duto mosewachi. Adwa nanuoyo mana kapok aloso kuom Phoebe ni an Orengo nyatieng' ngima, an Orengo kidi, onge kama dhiye kore ka roch brach. I want to say a few words because this is a very solemn occasion. This lady here, I can say honestly, if we trace back to the movement for human rights and talking about women's rights being human rights, Phoebe Asio was ahead of her time. She started that struggle before independence and continued with it. I can say that I'm one of the few people who are privileged to have served with Phoebe Asio in Parliament. At the time when Phoebe was first elected in Parliament, it was a very difficult time for women leaders to be in Parliament. I know now HOMABAY has taken the lead. We have more women elected in HOMABAY County more than anywhere else. And this is a great testimony to Phoebe Asio. I knew at the time when Phoebe used to take up very serious issues in Parliament. The Parliament at that time, those who were there with me at that time, there were so many male charlatans, many male chauvinists, and many male misogynists, and would not entertain women being leaders in Parliament. And for that matter, I honor her and I thank the state for giving her such a wonderful send-off. But one thing that I wanted to say in conclusion, there's a trend in Kenya where we are very shy at rewarding heroes. We remember them when they die. But when we think about their role, particularly those who have fought very hard for independence in this country, they have not given their rightful place in the nation called Kenya. If you think of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who said, no Kenyatta, no Uhuru without Kenyatta. But as we speak today, there is no national monument in Nairobi named after Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And that is a trend in this nation that we must correct. In this county, I can tell you, without fear of contradiction, the person who brought UNEP to Kenya is Odero Joy. There's a time when you had any leader coming from abroad, the first person they would ask you about is Odero Joy. We have all forgotten about Odero Joy. So I ask the leadership that are here let us try to remember our leaders who have fought for hard, including Tom Mboya. I'm very unhappy that Mboya's monuments are only here in HOMABAY. Mboya should have been named a big thing in Nairobi. And Mboya played a significant role. So I hope that with this new spirit that is coming up, this new committee that is going to look into issues of those who are assaulted or suffered during the demonstrations, that this is a new awakening, that Kenya is a democratic nation that believes in human rights. Thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and tell us what to think about this story. How do you see Orengo? Does he look at someone like someone ambaye alikuwa katika hali mbaya? Well, perhaps if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.